Tonight, a first-hand look at the difficult task school guardians have here on the Suncoast.
In a scam, Northport police want you to be aware of how this customer got away with stealing from a register in plain sight.
And another whale rescued here on the Suncoast has died. Why Mote Marine Lab scientists say it's so hard to treat them. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 6.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Thanks for joining us. Topping our news this hour, students are getting back into their routine now that it is the third week of school and it's wrapping up. But many of them are getting used to a new face patrolling the halls of elementary schools. ABC 7's Erica Jackson followed one of Manatee County's safety guardians this afternoon and joins us live to share what they're doing to keep students safe.
Jacqueline, Scott, good evening. Here in Manatee County, the Guardians are doing much more than just patrolling elementary schools with a firearm on their belt. I spent the afternoon with Stephanie Goodman. She's a former law enforcement officer with Homeland Security training. In between all the hugs and high fives, Goodman is making sure all the doors are locked, walking the perimeter of the school, and watching the most crowded areas of that school, which are more vulnerable to threats. Goodman says it's important for students to feel safe at school, so she's trying to get to know every child on a personal level.
Establishing that relationship makes them feel more comfortable, and when they're more comfortable, their behavior's better, they're ready to learn on a much higher level, and they're so much more at ease.
Now, it's no secret that our country and our schools have changed drastically since the deadly Parkland school shooting. I asked Goodman if the students realize why she's there, and she said one first grader had an interesting perspective, asking her if she's there to protect them from the villains. Reporting live in Manatee County, Erica Jackson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Erica, thank you. A Manatee County school guardian has been fired after a recent investigation. John Chinke was a guardian at Canaan Elementary School. The district began investigating after the school board was alerted to several shared Facebook posts on his personal page about conspiracy theories. He was temporarily suspended before being reassigned to a position without any contact with students, and now he has been fired. Chinke was one of 20 Manatee County school guardians that started patrolling schools this year. New developments tonight on the conditions of 3 whales rescued by Mote Marine in the last week. Mote Marine Lab confirming with us that just hours ago the last whale died. The melon-headed whale, which they named Bolt, was rescued off Longboat Key on Tuesday.
He had a really rapid decline overnight and was really not doing well, and our team made the humane decision to euthanize him.
Mote scientists say the challenge with these whales is that they are found beached. They are already dealing with problems, and rehab often doesn't work. 2 other pygmy killer whales, Thunder and Lightning, died earlier this week after being rescued from Clearwater Beach. Their bodies were sent to the University of Florida for necropsies.
New tonight, a no-swim advisory is now in effect for Bayfront Park North in Manatee County. Health officials say the advisory comes in response to a high level of bacteria found in the water there, which may pose a health risk to swimmers. Other beaches located in Manatee County, however, are not under an advisory. 2 beaches in Sarasota County are also under a no-swim advisory. Casperson Beach and Bird Key Park Beach have high levels of bacteria since they were tested on Tuesday.
All right, we've got high school football games happening tonight across the area. Let's check now with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan for our forecast. Bob?
Well, I can tell you this, Lakewood Ranch Music on Main is not happening. In fact, they canceled that event about 5 hours ago on their website. So I'd been saying that the weather would clear out of Lakewood Ranch in time for the start, and it has done that. And they're not expecting any significant rainfall there over the next couple of hours. We have one lone shower starting to pop up. That's moving to the northwest, but all the heavy rainfall that you see is now moving out into the Gulf of Mexico. Still some activity down south right now with the strongest cells into South Sarasota County. near Inglewood and also right around, again, Venice. So we can expect some showers and some storms there to be moving on through. Well, as far as the heavy rain goes in northwest Bradenton, most of that is over as well. You can see that the lightning, for the most part, is out in the Gulf of Mexico. There have been a few strikes near Longboat Key, but not much. There's one there that occurred just about 10 minutes ago near Lido. And as I mentioned, a little bit of activity starting to pop up near Lorraine, but this is moving off to the northwest right now. But Lakewood Ranch Town Center, not too bad right now. Manasota Beach, some rainfall heading off to the west, and we see more developing just to the east and southeast of Venice. So another half hour, all that should be out into the Gulf, and things quieting down in time for the start of most high school football action games. Now, well, much more in the tropics. It's very active. Coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. We'll talk to you soon. Take a look at this video just into our newsroom. Northport Police Department want to show you how a quick change scam artist does his crime. The man in that video pays for a beer with a $100 bill, then reaches for the change before the cashier can even count it. He puts some of the change into his pocket and then claims he was shortchanged. The unsuspecting teller has no other option but to believe him and pay him. Northport police are still looking for the man in this video. If you recognize him, you're being asked to call their non-emergency line.
A Northport man is facing a felony charge after police say he fired a gun at his neighbor's car. Northport police say 62-year-old Carl Berryman was drunk when he fired the gun. A neighbor says he saw Berryman shooting into the car and then walking around with a gun in his hand. Berryman was taken to the Sarasota County Jail.
New details now in the case of the Pinellas County mother accused of killing her 2-year-old son. Therese Stinson faces a new charge of providing false information to a law enforcement agency during the investigation. Police say she lied about her toddler Jordan Bellevue's disappearance, which sparked an Amber Alert. Stinson is already charged with first-degree murder and aggravated child abuse in the boy's death. She was scheduled to appear in court today to face that newest charge.
A follow-up now on Florida's ballots. Federal Judge Mark Walker is providing a temporary solution to the bilingual ballot problem, agreeing that it's just too close to the November elections to reprint new ballots. So he's now ordering counties to provide sample ballots in Spanish and then signs in Spanish at polling places, notifying voters they are available.
The Florida Supreme Court making its final decisions on 3 amendments that were supposed to be on the November ballot. Amendment 8, which would have allowed the state to create charter schools instead of local school boards, will no longer be on the ballot. They also decided that Amendments 6 and 13 will remain. Amendment 6 has to do with victims' rights, and number 13 proposes a ban on dog racing.
Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, a new park in Northport is targeting children who have unique conditions.
And the master plan for the Sarasota Bayfront project is approved. We'll take a look inside that plan and find out what questions still remain.
Hamilton was adopted from a rescue in 2008. He really likes to be around people. And as soon as I start to make my breakfast, Hamilton is right there. I get out my mat and I'm doing a downward dog and he's underneath. He's quite the pug about town. He gets invited to a lot of parties. He knows he's a pretty big deal. I mean, look at this little face. How could you not love him?
My California Closets experience has been wonderful. My mother's a huge inspiration. Before she passed away, she would say, you should do something special for yourself. First time I saw my closet, I immediately thought, this is the best thing I've ever done for myself. I call it my Tiffany style closet. I mean, I can shop in my own closet every day. I love that. My name is Cynthia, and this is my California Closets story.
I heard about the Dotole Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotole Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Dotole Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. all installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Imagine a world filled with pillow fights, playgrounds, and the search for the perfect climbing tree. Every kid deserves that world, but 1 in 5 kids in America struggle with hunger. At No Kid Hungry, we're committed to creating a world where every kid eats healthy food every day. We raise funds, we help families, and we lift up communities.
I'm Anne. I'm a scientist.
Recycling takes a team.
Why don't you let me and me help you out?
Everyone plays a part. Don't trash
I love taking stuff apart and building new things out of it.
what could be treasure.
Pal's my most advanced android. This is awesome. You haven't seen anything yet.
Give your cardboard box another life. Recycle.
The city of Northport is creating a special place inside its Garden of Five Senses Park where children of all abilities can come together and play.
The park is located off Pan American Boulevard in Northport. ABC 7's Rebecca Fernandez has a preview.
Scott, Jacqueline, the city of Northport allowed its residents to vote on the name of this future park. And now it's official. This piece of land will now be known as Boundless Adventures Playground.
A lot of times when there's kids with problems, you know, whether they be serious problems or not so serious problems, we, even as parents, we kind of tend to forget that they're still just kids. And, you know, they just want to have fun and they just want to play.
And that's the whole idea behind the future Boundless Adventures Playground. It'll be a place where all kids, including those that have physical, developmental, cognitive, or sensory disabilities, can play together.
And notice that there's nothing like this in the area that's available on a municipal basis.
The park grounds will have a cushioned material all throughout, with different swings, slides, and features that are lowered to the ground.
And then we've incorporated what's called a Sway Fun glider. This is a really unique piece of equipment. This allows a person with a wheelchair, a person that can sit on a bench, a person that can stand, all to be on the same piece of equipment, enjoying that fun moment together.
And for parents like Natalie Coyle, who have had to struggle with finding places like this in the past, it's a dream come true for her kids.
It's really important that we try to reach out and include those kids, because sometimes I feel like they're the ones who need it the most, because they're the ones who are different and, you know, sometimes they're outcasted for it. So we need to put in the extra effort to include them in everything.
The park is scheduled to be completed by this November, and it will be open from dawn to dusk every day. In Northport, Rebecca Fernandez, ABC 7, your Suncoast News. Back to you guys.
All right, Rebecca, thank you. Tonight we know what the future of a portion of the Sarasota Bayfront will look like one day. Sarasota City Commissioners approving the master plan for what's called the Bay. The master plan includes the Van Wezel, which will have a new use. The executive director of the Performing Arts Hall says a new center will be built closer to US 41. The new 2,300-seat center will also be built on top of a parking garage to protect the structure against potential sea level rise or storm surge.
The Van Wezel is the centerpiece of this project, and the arts is the key to Sarasota. You heard person after person say it's the beaches and it's the arts, and so that was overwhelming.
As for funding, the Van Wezel says it's willing to help raise the money from private donors to pay for that new center, which will cost an estimated $270 million to build. That total is in addition to the nearly $300 million for the entire Bayfront plan, which will be built over the next 2 decades.
Yeah.
We'll see it rise from above, which is basically a parking lot.
Yeah.
You know? So.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, a couple decades though. It's going to take a little while, but all that money, obviously, and some big structures there. Lakewood Ranch Music on Main has been canceled. We found that out through their Facebook page. It looks like they canceled about 5 hours ago. Red Tide reports. So we have had a pretty good week so far. Things were pretty good, east winds, but from reading the report from the FWC, it's not the best of news. The red tide extends as a bloom 10 miles, all the way 10 miles offshore from satellite imagery, and we're starting to see reds showing up back into Sarasota County, indicating high concentrations there. A midweek report didn't show any high concentrations, and now we're getting them back there. That's right to the north of Venice. Also, some in Charlotte County, a couple now showing high concentrations. In Manatee County, not too bad. There's a few. There's one, again, showing medium concentrations right there to the east of Anna Maria Island, just at the mouth of the Manatee. Also, some medium concentrations reported near New Pass and into Longboat Pass there as well. There they are in South County. You can see there's South Venice right there. Some low concentrations, low there just to the north of Venice. One showing up with high concentrations, and Siesta Key still pretty high, medium. That's high enough to create fish kills, and you can see that right on into Big Pass, New Pass, showing low concentrations. Not as much, but still there in Manatee County, a couple spots, especially near Longboat Key Pass, and also up there by the mouth of the Manatee, still some red tide being reported. So although we've had the east wind, it went away for a little while after Gordon moved through the Gulf of Mexico, there's still a chance it could come back. There's no doubt. This is typically the time of year that it starts to develop. Late summer, early fall is the most likely time for the red tide. And you can see looking out Longboat Key, looking off to the north, there's a shower, but that's passing to the north of town center. Had some heavy rainfall around earlier. We have this upper level low, and it's always the case when you have an upper level low, it intensifies some storms. And we saw that last couple of days now, especially in northwest Bradenton, where there have been reports of some heavy weather there again today. We have the spinning of what's left of Gordon into North Arkansas and into parts of southern portions of Missouri tonight. This upper level low will be around again tomorrow. So the showers and storms that develop will be a little bit strong in some areas, and we could even see some late morning coastal storms developing. We're going to start to get back, unfortunately, into that southwest wind. But right now, Englewood still getting some rainfall, some showers near Northport. You can see these light showers moving to the west, but I think most of the rain should be over for the start of the high school football action, although the fields will be soggy, and so will the benches you have to sit on. The rainfall totals, some areas up nearly 2 inches. Well, this is Florence. Florence is going to be a big storm. Looks like in the next couple of days it will re-strengthen into a Category 4 storm in the next 5 days. Right now, 65-mile-an-hour winds. It's pushing off to the west, northwest, and there's still a lot of uncertainty as to where it may be. But if you kind of extend this off to the coast there, it's anywhere from Georgia up through Virginia that it could be, and it looks like it's going to continue on that general motion. Could be a major hurricane. Next Thursday, Friday is the timing of that. We'll watch this system as well. Right now, 90% chance developing. It's going to get into the Caribbean, it looks like. Most models agree with that, but there's a lot of shear in there, so it shouldn't be much of a problem, but it bears watching next week. And then we have our next storm, which is a potential Tropical Storm 8. Should be a good storm, and that it'll stay in the open waters of the Atlantic, although we'll watch it closely. It's way out there and could be a hurricane in the next several days. East winds turn to the northwest for boaters tomorrow. Look for a few scattered storms as well. The 7-day forecast and a good chance for scattered storms late morning, early afternoon. We could see a little bit more inland action. Less of a chance on Sunday, but we start to get that southwesterly flow back with us. It stays on Monday, a slight chance for a few morning showers, and then by Wednesday, we should be back to those afternoon and evening storms, depending upon the future movement of Florence. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. State troopers are spending the month of September warning Florida drivers about the dangers of driving while tired. Last year, 28 Floridians died in more than 4,300 car crashes as a result of drowsy driving. Since most drowsy driving crashes involve someone falling asleep at the wheel and leaving the road without attempting to stop, they are among the most serious types of car accidents.
If you feel you're too tired to be driving, you are too tired to be driving. Don't get behind the wheel. Don't put yourself in danger or anyone else in danger out on the roadway.
FHP says there are many similarities between drowsy and drunk driving, including swerving between lanes, driving at erratic speeds, and the general inability to focus on the road.
So how confident are you in your driving skills? Well, a new program on the Suncoast could help keep you in the driver's seat. Sarasota Memorial Hospital offering a driver evaluation and rehabilitation program for anyone who feels uncomfortable or uneasy while driving, but maybe doesn't necessarily want to give up their license yet. The program can help spot your driving weaknesses and give you some valuable tips. We have more information about the program online on our website at mysuncoast.com.
Well, money is being raised to buy movies for Sarasota's public library, and they'll all be coming from a movie rental store in Sarasota called Video Renaissance. The 33-year-old business on Bee Ridge is closing at the end of the month, but before it does, a pair of Pineview School graduates want to save the inventory. The goal is to raise $40,000. So far, they've raised $2,000 through their GoFundMe account. If you're interested in donating or learning more about their efforts, you can look for this link on their GoFundMe on our website, mysuncoast.com.
A new report shows this year's Sarasota Powerboat Grand Prix Festival brought in millions of dollars. Research showed the festival contributed to $21.9 million in economic impact to the area. And over $100,000 was also raised for Suncoast Charities for Children. Next year's festival is scheduled to take place the week of June 28th through July 7th. Stay with us. A Manatee County animal shelter is making a push to ease overcrowding.
We'll introduce you to a dog in desperate need of a new home.
Tonight, the anonymous takedown. Who wrote it? The White House pushback continues. Will more senior officials make clear it wasn't me? Plus, will the president's Supreme Court pick have the votes? World News Tonight with David Muir, America's most watched newscast.
Judy here, I think hospice was a tremendous source of support for her.
Absolutely. With Jennifer and Kimberly and Liza's constant contact with us, coming in, just knowing that there was someone with knowledge there to back us up, to answer our questions, it made a world of difference.
Gettle's got what you're looking for at Gettle.com. 17 new car brands, over 1,000 used vehicles, prices and payments you can afford. Credit help if you need it, and they pay cash for your old car. Plus, Gettle Pre-Owned Certified Plus means buying with peace of mind. Need service? Gettle's got that too. Gettle's got it. Visit Gettle.com.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call. TruStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
And even if you're on a fixed income, prices fit your budget, starting at less than 32 cents a day. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease. And with no medical tests or health questions, you cannot be turned down for any reason. Call 1-800-842-7189. Now, for a free, no-obligation quote, TruStage offers plans to fit your budget. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage. Call 1-800-842-7189. Now.
What do you get when you cross your tired, aching back with this fragile egg? The Egg Sitter Cushion, an amazing new flex cushion that supports your backside and spine so well you can sit on an egg without breaking it. Incredible!
You want me to sit on this egg? Okay. Can't believe I'm doing this. I don't even feel it. It didn't even break? Oh, I was wondering about that. Now that's a good cushion.
The honeycomb design is constructed of Elasticor that absorbs pressure points by collapsing in on itself. That's why even this egg won't break under direct pressure. Now long days at the office will be more comfortable, dinner more enjoyable, and painful car rides a thing of the past. Get your Egg Sitter Support Cushion for just $39.99. It comes with a free non-slip washable cover and our 10-year comfort guarantee. But wait, call right now and you can get a second cushion. Just pay separate fee. Call now.
Call 1-800-232-1564. That's 1-800-232-1564. Call now or go to eggsitter.com. Order now.
If you think it's hot outside, just wait until you see even hotter savings inside. Only at Rugs As Art Hot Summer Savings Sale event will you find the lowest prices on a vast selection of stunning rugs, furniture accents, and accessories. This special event only happens once a year, so hurry in before the best selections are gone. The Hot Summer Savings event ends soon, so don't miss out on the best prices ever. Rugs As Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
Selfless service is the guiding principle of every Army National Guard soldier. They have a stake in the well-being of the neighborhoods where they live and work. To be an Army National Guard soldier is to serve something greater than yourself. Learn more at nationalguard.com.
One dog is desperately in need of a new home. She spent the last 2 years at the Manatee County Animal Services watching as potential owner after potential owner pass her by. Meet Ember, a lovable 8-year-old pit bull mix. Now, as the shelter makes a push to ease overcrowding, the staff wants to start with this long-term resident. She caught the attention of Manatee County Commissioner Carol Whitmore, who participated in a public service announcement about Ember. There are currently 145 dogs at the facility and only 80 kennels. There are also 120 kittens and cats there as well.
She's very lovable and affectionate dog. She's what we call just a brown Florida dog. She looks a lot like the other dogs we have at the shelter here, but it's really the personality that makes her special.
We do have a very proactive animal community, and this dog, a lot of people don't realize this dog has been there that long, so that's why I got involved, to bring it to everybody's attention, so hopefully they'll find somebody that has the right fit for our Ember.
For more information on adopting Ember or any of the other animals at Manatee County Animal Services, you can log on to our website at mysuncoast.com. And if you have room for furry little Ember right there, I hate to see her there for so long.
Not only in your home, but in your heart as well, because
Right.
yeah, I'm sure this is going to help find her a home. Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah, so do I. We hope that all the rain's out of here in time for high school football action. I know Dwayne's hoping that. We have football Friday night tonight at 11:15. Looks like we should get most of the games in. There's some isolated showers out there, but I think most of the rain is now pushed offshore. There's still some around, but should be gone in the next half hour. So.
Okay, thank you, Bob. Thank you for joining us. World News Tonight is next.
We'll see you again at 7 and 11. Have a good night and a great weekend.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do it yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
To be able to just get my son here and not think about how we will pay for it, it just takes so much weight off of my family. St. Jude allowed me to focus on being a mom to Bryce. And sometimes I'm just in awe of the impact St. Jude has, not only on this community, but the world.
When you are home alone, an emergency can become a tragedy. However, with any of Life Alert's 3 emergency systems, help can be summoned immediately, whether in the bathroom,
I've fallen in the shower.
at home,
Help! I've fallen and I can't get up.
and on the go.
Help! I've fallen in the park and I can't get up.
Don't worry, help is on the way.
Life Alert saves a life every 11 minutes.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-518-0221. That's 1-800-518-0221. Call now, 1-800-518-0221. For a free brochure, call 1-800-518-0221.
My California Closets designer is a rock star. She was able to design the most beautiful space for me. When I turn the lights on, it's breathtaking. It's just a little slice of organized heaven. The California Closet team was so professional, so reliable. It was seriously a dream come true. My name is Jill, and this is my California Closet story.
It's summer on the Suncoast, and you know what that means. It's Friday Fest season.
And you are invited. Performing for more than a decade as a top choice house band, the Dr. Dave Band wows the crowd on September 14th with high-energy Southern rock blended with bluegrass banjo and fiddle.
Join us for great music, food trucks, beverage vendors, and much more. Enjoy our summer sunset over the bay. For more information, go to this number or go to mysuncoast.com/FridayFest.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Northland Outdoors is about so much more than the biggest fish or the hottest hunting spots. All across the Northland, there are amazing people with incredible stories to tell. We're going to find those stories and share them with everyone.
Join us each and every week as we explore the Northland and experience some of the most exciting outdoor adventures in the country right here in our own backyard. This is Northland Outdoors.